I'm just gonna keep looking around. Okay, so we've got worker, Velma.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
Catherine said she'd shove you in a box if you keep running your yap like that.
Did she now? Well, I can see I was mistaken. Because if Catherine really had sent you, there'd be a lot more expletives in your message. I hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
You should probably see a doctor about that.
That's what Braxton is. He's our fish doctor. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
It'll come back eventually. You can't constrain a person's freedom.
I can't keep working double shifts either. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra jugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind?
What's this about your foreman?
Caleb Herrick runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials.
So the job's easy, but you're not doing it? Something smells here. I mean, everything smells in here, but something's fishy. Wait.
He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more.
I can talk to Caleb for you.
You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it? I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the yacht club. He's usually there.
Said Braxton's been stealing drugs.
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts.
Awfully nice of you to not say anything.
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the Saltuna, fat and mostly tumor-free.
Who's this Catherine you mentioned when I first came here?
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a Ground 6 Spacer.
Talk about Caleb. Why can't you give him his pay increase? Or, nah. They're hard workers, aren't they? Don't they deserve some compensation for that?
Hard workers? They turn dials and flip switches. The machines do all the actual work.
I'll wager she don't pay those folks that maintain the mechanicals decent neither.
Caleb and his crew have it better than anyone else around here, I'll tell you that much.
So why can't you give him a pay increase?
I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple. Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate.
Someone's gonna notice your shortfalls before long. You're gonna be held responsible.
Maybe so, but I bet you Caleb runs out of bits first. Then he'll have to come back. He says he's got a stash to tide his crew over. Could be he's all talk, but if the money's real, I bet you he keeps it at home. Near the diner.
You'd steal from your own people? That's low, ma'am.
That's business. Someone's gotta keep the lights on.
Damn. You willing to meet Caleb halfway?
For running me ragged while he takes an extended leave at the bar? Not on your life.
Man.
Fine.
I don't like this lady. I mean, there's worse, and I've seen worse. Ooh. That's a cool looking water tower thing. Wait, really? No one noticed that? Alright. I was under the assumption... Let's see. I was under the assumption that I get spotted for that right away. I was wrong.
Muting volume now.
Okay, what else we got? I am unsure. Do we have anything big or interesting around here? Not overwhelmingly.
Hey!
Aha!
Regulation!
You can't catch me, Copper.
What do you think you're doing?
Nothing.
Just don't make any sense.
I am unstoppable. Oh, man, that's so busted. I love it. What else do we got around here? Nothing in the bin. Maybe stuff in here.
Hey, that's impressive.
Grim tomorrow. Check with Celia. Oh. Okay. Bypass. So we're going to want to start investing in hacking and speech really hard. Anyway, enter the name of the employee whose files you'd like to view. Correct. Braxton Hex files are filled with Saltuna breeding charts, various pharmacological formula. Musings on why Saltuna seem to prefer Borston beans over plain Borstwurst. Turn to root. Messages. X. Nandi. I don't think any of these are particularly useful. Oh. Yeah, where are you? Missed 3 shifts. This is getting ridiculous, even for you. Okay. Pretty much... Oh, the vermin. That might have been a special weapon. Nope, it's not. It's just a revolver. Less exciting. Yeah, I don't think anybody in this universe understands a goddamn thing about anything. It's more than a little disconcerting. Oh, I must miss something in the computer? Back I go, if I remember the way. Mash random keys. Nope, bypass. Yeah, I don't think I missed anything. I mean, yeah, mashing random keys didn't work so hot, but like... Okay, so let's check journals. Radio Free Monarch? I wish these were almost based on location instead. Okay, so let's go find this Caleb guy. Let's see, he's up there. What the? Okay, so we go in here and then up. Then how that... Oh. I see.
Left hands, Cap.
This is the bar. I just robbed him for his bit stash. That's what happens. Okay.
Oh,
Excuse me.
Stick in the mud. Doesn't it feel better to locomote without grit in your...
New face, huh? You from off-world?
Yep, Captain Kronk of the Unreliable.
A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair? Sit a spell and revel with us.
By the smell, he's been reveling enough for you both already.
How are you celebrating?
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits.
Whoops.
But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking.
What could be so bad made you walk off the job?
It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor, Velma, goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay.
You gotta talk about Velma.
Sure thing. What did you want to discuss?
Any suggestions for how to put the pressure on Velma to negotiate?
If I knew that, I'd have tried it. Talking reasonably got me nowhere. Maybe you'll fare better. The others wanted to blackmail her, but we're above that. Besides, them are just rumors. We got no proof they're true.
What's this about blackmail now?
I would never endorse such an untoward tactic, you know, but, well, there's rumors that Velma's taking a cut off the profits. So far, it's just gossip, you know, but if there was any proof to be had, it'd be in the Saltuna warehouse, I reckon.
Cool. Lady's been skimming. She seemed like the kind of person that would skim. Which is, you know, super freaking unethical. I don't think I can actually go back there. I think that's a no-go zone. Oh, I'd really look up. Holy crap, that's a really pretty planet. I didn't need to look up more. It's going by a little bit fast, and I wish there were some more, like, long-lasting whirls and storms, but, like, I love the blue rings on that. I love it in these games where you can actually look up and see the planet. I don't know. A lot of games don't do that, where you can actually, like... Well, look up and see the planet. See a planet at all. Because... I don't know, there's just something beautiful of, like, this giant planet just floating on the horizon. Okay. Velma's personal files are a morass of supply contracts, order forms, spreadsheets, and financial records. Careful study of her financials reveals that for the past several years, she's been slowly siphoning money from her operating budget into her personal account. Theft is cleverly hidden. Individual instances could be excused as rounding errors or mistakes in simple arithmetic. Sheer volume of occurrences, however, indicates deliberate intent. What's up, Velma?
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up.
Gosh, this old girl's in a rough way. Even old Bess in Edgewater was in better shape than this.
Hey, you want to try running a cannery with obsolete machinery? You be my guest.
Sorry, ma'am. I wasn't trying to be rude. It's just your flanging apparatus isn't making a strong flange, so your sealer isn't sealing right, and...
Oh, I see what you're saying. Huh. I'll have to try that. Anyway, what do you folks need?
Let's talk about Caleb. I saw your accounts. You've been skimming money for years. You can afford to pay more.
Yeah, and did you miss the part where I'm working doubles to cover for everyone who decides not to show? I'm the one who keeps this place running. That money's mine, one way or another.
That sounds remarkably like Caleb's argument.
Fine. Tell Caleb he and his team can have their raise, but I need them back here immediately. Something else on your mind?
Wow, that was easy. Most infuriating thing about our whole skimming, you can't tell Sanjar about it. I actually haven't found Sanjar yet. Because that's Nyoka. I haven't talked to McGuire yet.
Well, well. Isn't often we see new folk in Stellar Bay. First drink's on me, stranger.
Thanks.
Enjoy. If you plan on sitting through Nyoka's stories, you might could use a few.
I could use a few and telling them myself.
Now what can I do for you?
Let's see, nothing.
Grease
More,
stains
yes,
detected
but
traveling
so
on-
much.
Why don't
Okay.
you grab a chair?
Talk about Velma. Velma was embezzling from MSI. She agreed to up your wages in exchange for my silence. Or, yeah.
Well, I'll be a Raptidon's dinner. Reckon I ought to listen to gossip more often. Here, take this as compensation. It ain't a lot, but I hope it shows how much we appreciate all you've done. Now me and my friends here better get back to work before Velma blows a fuse.
I'm helping. Okay, so we still haven't found that, we still haven't found what's-her-face. Okay, middle building CEO of MSI. Oh, this one. Yeah, I don't think I ever walked into it. Is this... No. Is this one? Monarch. Yeah, I don't think I ever walked in
Get
here.
another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note
Oh,
it next to
weird.
the others, sir.
Review guidelines for annual self-review. Celia, she's doing a decent job. Oh, right. Celia, hi.
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today?
What was that exchange about? You having money trouble?
Or is he not paying you on account of how he tried to fix the thing his own self and busted it even worse, and then said you wasn't fixing it fast enough, so he's docking your wages again? Not that I got any prior experience with such.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Must be expensive.
20 bottles worth adds up, that's for sure. You'd think Sebastian would give me a discount as much as I buy from him.
He should give you free bags at least.
Oh, I don't mind. I usually buy things one at a time. Gives me more chances to talk to him.
I reckon she's got a little bit of a squish on this fella.
He's sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff, and some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
Just ask him on a date.
I couldn't. What if he says no? Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask. Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
Wait, I'm curious. What do you see in Sebastian?
He doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about. Kind of like you, actually. Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
That's all I need to know.
Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
Matchmaking, round 2. You're not Sebastian. Where's Sebastian man? It's not. No, it's not that guy. Where the heck was he? I forget. Who's? Oh, he's over here.
Who's the sweetest boy?
So
You look like a man who's looking for some...
let's talk about Celia.
Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff.
Would you consider going on a date with her?
Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm?
Oh, no, that's not it at all. She's smitten with you. You smited her. Smote? Smoot?
Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for Raptidon tongues.
Don't take my word for it. Spend some time with her. I promise she won't ask for a discount.
You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice.
Give her a chance. Give yourself a chance. Take her someplace nice.
Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
That's the spirit, Sebastian. Be yourself. Between you and me, Captain, I'm not sure Miss Celia knows him too well, but we can hope, right? I want them to be happy.
To be honest, sweet legs are a pretty good selling point. Shell likes my sweet caves. They're pretty sweet.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet?
Said to go on a date with you.
Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia? I've secretly been waiting for this. Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on.
He likes you, Celia. Just don't ask for any discounts.
Not to worry. If I never buy another Raptidon tongue, it'll be too soon. Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you. Thanks again for...
Grim asked me to check with you about his tossball poster.
You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Thanks, I'll do that. Also, I should talk to you.
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
This man sleeps in a pile of money, and it's vigorous. Guess I'll wait till you're done with your meeting, then.
And a sense of humor, too. Did you hear that, Celia?
I heard it, sir.
But I'm sure you didn't come here to trade witticisms, No, you're here for business.
Me? I'm charting my own path, going where the wind takes me.
What a charming notion. One doesn't meet many free spirits in Halcyon. Not outside Tartarus prison, anyway. Forgive me, I'd be positively enraptured. Only, I take it this means you aren't here for Saltuna.
That's some escalation there. Holy crap. Hey, it could always be both. Afraid not, or if I had to eat one more weird science project passed off as food in this sprat-effed colony, I'm gonna stab someone. Okay, you know what? I normally roleplay a nice guy, and I'm liking Sanjar so much, but whoo boy, we gotta go number 3 no matter what.
Yes, that's it. Channel your anger. I only wish I could do the same.
Seems like you're having a rough time,
Can I
Mr.
recruit
Sanjar.
this guy?
Are you doing quite all right?
Oh, don't worry on my account. This is merely the latest in a long line of professional erotic and athletic discipline.
I called it.
I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
What exactly are you hoping to accomplish?
Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
Sounds like you're freer than anyone else in Halcyon. Why not embrace it?
You talk like Graham.
Freedom always sounds nice, doesn't it? It makes a rather pretty slogan. But if you sit down and tally up the costs, how you provide for yourself in the absence of aid, how you protect yourself from a hostile galaxy, it starts to lose its shine.
So, what do you mean to do about it?
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
But will that help the people here, Mr. Sanjar? Keep them fed and safe?
That's precisely what I'm trying to do.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
This lady knows what's going on.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
Fine. How do you, but how do you mean to do that?
With a Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Bolt 52 sounds useful. What is it?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Where do I find one?
In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. These days it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Guess we'll go get you your Bolt 52.
Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons out there. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Or go gotta ask
What
something.
can I do for you?
Okay, so... Conditions within Stellar Bay. So production is up because of, because people actually like their jobs-ish. Working slogans. Nothing else here. Okay, and I'm assuming none of these people seem to matter. Okay, that's good. So, let me know if there's anything special I can do to help this guy out, because he seems pretty cool, and I like him.
Watering my plants, Sam?
Cannot process the command watering.
I mean, cleaning. You've been cleaning my plants?
Sanitization of photosynthesizing
Because unlike
organism
every other
is
executive
outside
and,
of this unit's
like,
operational parameters.
going through the
Service
first couple of
cannot be
towns for this
rendered as
game,
requested. Customer.
Just try not to clean the walls and the floor and my bed and
oh,
the
hey,
ceiling too, alright?
why can't I go in
Request
here?
queued for
Hello.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember.
Are you
What
complimenting
can
my
Auntie
ass?
Abigail do for you?
I've been asked to pick up a caffeinoid supplement.
And what a helpful young man you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits. Who's your lucky friend, dearie?
Actually, pills are for me.
I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents. Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra?
Oh, that's just awful.
Isn't it just? I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there anyone else needing a special pickup from Auntie Abigail?
I don't know, Auntie. You'll have to pry that secret from my sweet little cheeks.
Aren't you a saucy thing? I may not be a fresh young thing anymore, but with age comes experience, dearie.
Experience. Guess you've worked here a long time.
You are too precious. How about you just tell me who that caffeinoid's for, dearie?
It's for Nyoka.
Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry.
There must be some way I can increase Nyoka's allotment.
I'm afraid not. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them.
I thought you were in charge around here, Auntie. Sure ought to be.
Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his.
Forgetful fellow, eh?
Careless experimentation with medicinal substances does take its toll, eventually.
Where can I find this Dr. Williams?
In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations.
Where's the graveyard?
The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties. Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie.
Guess I'll have to figure this out on my own. Bye.
Chin up, dearie.
So, number one. Oh, that's just the pooper. Well, terminal upstairs. Employee lock-in. Hack. Alright, patient records. Nyoka. Wait, Captain Kronk. Patient not found. Oh, Nyoka's... Okay, Nyoka is not found. Interesting. Okay, reactism pep you up. So he's just screwing around with different drug types. Okay, so he tried Costolorine triple dosage, and that's what killed him. Oh boy. Oh wait, he's just writing his own like fan fiction or romance novels. Okay, I'm gonna read this. Stellar Bride. She's a wide-eyed colonist from Earth. He's a hard-working Saltuna farmer from Monarch. Their attraction blossoms into a whirlwind romance that transforms Stellar Bay. Chapter 3. A long way from Arkansas. You can put your things here, Mr. Elliot said, leading Abby into a dim apartment. The place was small, but it had a certain cozy charm. Abby set her bags on the floor and loosened the straps on her jumpsuit. Mr. Elliot coughed, his face suddenly red. If you get warm, you can always crack the window. Breeze from the bay is real nice. Just be careful about mantis swarms. As Abby went to take the room key, her fingers brushed his. He had strong, rough hands. A Saltuna farmer's hands. She felt herself blush. You've been ever so kind to me, Mr. Elliot. Call me Archibald, he said. The Passion Broker. A renegade iconoclast, driven by his ideals, finds love in the arms of a mysterious man with a tortured past. Will he follow his lead or his heart? Chapter 2. Tall, dark, and handsome. Come on up, said the voice on the comm. It was dangerous and smooth in a way that reminded Broderick of iceberg-aged whiskey. The door slid open with a whisper of perfumed air. The hair rose along the nape of his neck, and he proceeded up the stairs. The broker sat with his back to a top-of-the-line, mostly charcoal personal heater, slender fingers tented. So, this was the mysterious recluse who manipulated Monarch from afar. Broderick could feel the warmth of the heater from across the room, but it was the look in the broker's eyes that had him feeling feverish. The broker produced a pair of glasses and a bottle of something that looked expensive. He poured it off and held one of the glasses out to Broderick. For me? He asked, trying to ignore the man's smoldering gaze. Indeed, the broker purred. I hear you're a man of bold tastes. Broderick took his glass. The broker continued, dark hair falling over darker eyes. That's why I've got a rare proposition for you. The glass nearly slipped from Broderick's fingers. He drank it in one gulp to hide the tremor in his hand. It burned all the way down. Also, these are really long. Like, this one especially, 146,000 words is a lot. Clinic of the Heart. A battle-hardened young Earth Directorate soldier visits a remote clinic on Monarch to heal his injuries. But when he meets Gale, an elegant older nurse, she goes to work on his heart as well. Chapter 34, Healing Touch. Fletcher held her tightly. His strength had returned, that much was clear. Yet here he remained at the clinic with her. He shook his head, as if he'd read her mind with his perfect green eyes. Gale, the Earth Directorate's calling me back. They want me protecting Byzantium. But I don't know how to leave, not after what we found together. Then stay, she whispered, letting her breath warm his ear. I can certainly find a position for you here. Oh, laws, he moaned, pulling her closer. She pressed a finger to his lips. Shh. The only law here is love. Create a new account. Oh, this is stupid. Oh. Where the heck is the... Where the heck are the meds? Back here? No. Yeah, I clearly missed the medical lockup. I like the diversity. 2 hetero couples, female and one being older, and 1 homosexual story. Oh, here it is. Yep, I did miss it. There's the caffeinoid. Hey, level up. Okay. Not actually doing melee as much as I should be. Well, hacking and lockpicking are fairly high. I guess I'm going to start putting points into lying more than anything else. Which is the older couple. The older couple was the soldier. The last one that I did. Because the nurse was slightly older. Level up from kleptomania. Level up from petty theft. Oh. Random tossball card. But yeah, that was a nice variety. I really appreciate...
Hold on there, Sam. You got some schmutz on your chassis.
Did your Sam unit get dirty on the job?
I might have to switch out Sam. He's just a little jarring. Got your magic pills. These things are dangerous, you know.
More or less dangerous than a steady supply of alcohol. Give it here. Whew, that hits the spot. Right in the, oh, no, there it is. There it is. Yes. We're in business. Let's go.
Glad to have you.
Great. Where to?
Let's find that information broker.
Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower we lovingly call Devil's Peak. We'll be going south and west, mostly along the road till we're past Fallbrook. Out there's a western slope that'll lead us through some fun. You like hunting, right? That's fun. If you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain caverns. We can discuss options when we get closer. That said, 3's already a crowd. I don't mind waiting somewhere until you got a spot open.
Sam, go home.
New customer profile created. Greetings, user Nyoka.
I like the idea of Sam, but like, Parvati is too precious to give up, and everyone else, this is okay. Okay, so I want to check a couple of things. Grim Morrow.
Monarch ain't safe.
Deliver the poster. Oh, right, the lady had just kept the poster herself.
Have you had time to check on that poster yet?
Poster.
Would you look at that? The Rizzo's logo is nice and bright, and you can still smell the ink on Mr. Holcomb's signature. I can't thank you enough. Still, you can have the bits I was going to spend at the bar this week. And You know what? Take my old tossball blocker, too. Never get the chance to use it these days.
Alright, that's easy. Secret people. Right. I still have things to do in this town. Holy crap, we've spent an hour and a half playing this game and we haven't so much as fired this gun once. Now we've fired the gun. Scared the shit out of somebody too, but it happens.
So, guess...
You Braxton?
You again!
I'm looking for Braxton. Have you seen him?
Braxton. I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry.
Relax, no one's in trouble. I'm just looking to have a friendly chat with him.
Oh, in that case, he told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick and he had some meds on hand. So maybe look for him there?
That's all I needed.
I'll be straight with you. Folk who disappear in the
So you could have given the poster to the tossball broker for money.
Don't get your...
I mean, I could have, but...
You ever been off Monarch?
I don't really care for money in this game, nor do I really need it. Okay, so...
I mostly just drank and hunted.
Are we not done yet? God damn
As soon
it.
as you stop to dream of other things, that'll be the day something sneaks up
Sup,
and eats
nerds?
Hey, what are you doing here? This is our secret alley. Berta already pissed by those crates to market.
I know you murdered Isaac.
Listen, that purple-toothed twerp had it coming. Not that anyone has proof. And not that it's any of your business.
Wrong answer.
That's the last of them!
How's my reputation? Oh, that was Sublight? Man, my companions are flimsy. Holy shit. Alright. We gotta go talk to Sanjar about this. Oh, Sanjar's not gonna be happy about this. Oh well.
You should know, you're getting... What can I do for...
Isaac Rose is dead. I found the people who killed him.
But that...
I've taken care of it. The killers are dead.
But that means we won't be able to log their testimonies. If there's one thing I've been hoping to re-establish in Stellar Bay, it's proper documentation for legal matters.
Maybe I could have gotten their statements if they hadn't been ready to kill me.
Always a shame when tempers get the better of good sense. Still, your intervention in the matter is much appreciated. Please consider this payment for your services.
Wow, I'm leveling fast tonight. It's like 3 levels? I guess it's not so bad. Jeez, I don't even know what to invest in. I guess honestly, let's go for the dialogue skill bonus. Oh, and I still have skill points that I can put in. Let's see. So this puts my dialogue at an easy... We did get this, right? Oh, when you have no companions in the party. Shoot. I like the people on this planet. They're a lot happier. And a lot more functional, too.
You should know. What can I do?
Okay, so I have to do the same thing.
But if there's...
Okay. Man, that is loud for reasons.
A fling or two, sure. But
I-
on Monarch, relationships ain't usually meant to last.
And I...
A lot of fools tried to impress me, feigning bravado in the wilds, thinking they'd catch my attention with their stories. It was cute. Not so cute when their act got themselves munched.
There we go. I was pressing tab, but it wasn't doing anything. Anyway, this only works when there's no companions in your party, which is significantly less useful for me. Let's see. We could do increased science weapon damage. That might not be a bad idea. I'm going to go with that one. I'm not entirely sure which weapons are science. I don't think I have a whole lot yet, but I'll grab that anyway.
You know what's sexy?
Really increase the voice volume in this game. I've got it at max. What I could do is I can turn everything else down. And turn the whole game up a bit. Nope, never mind. I can't even do that. Yeah, they really could have actually done to make it a little louder. Because I currently have it at actual maximum.
You know what ain't? Disembowelment.
Alright, well, it's fine. Blue weapons are science weapons, and there are only 5 science weapons in the entire game. Ah. I should probably go get that hammer that was a science weapon and upgrade it and see if it scales properly. Because I've got like 1 or 2. I don't know. Most of the perks aren't particularly amazing. Ooh. Right, I still have skill points available. What do I invest in? Shit, I don't know. I guess I'll just get those to an even 50 as well.